Hello YouTube, welcome back to the channel. We're here for round 3 of the Medway Racing League Group 3 100 mile series. We're at Interlagos. I've taken the Z4 this time. Let's get into it. So, 38 laps of Interlagos, a track we're all pretty familiar with now on Gran Turismo. Tyre wear and fuel are on as always, both times for the racing hard tyre is required for this race, and this is where strategy is going to come into play, and we're going to see if we can do something from our qualifying box P3. Let's get into the race and see how we do. So you've qualified P3. Ryan has put it on pole and Shane in third. Shabazz is just behind us. We're going to get into traction control 1 and get the lights pretty well. Now we're starting the racing hard, so we're expecting a few cars around us to move past us. We're expecting these two in front of us to get away, but everybody gets into turn 1. The Senna S's pretty well. Follow Red and just lost the lead. We're going to try and settle down into this race and say we're starting on the racing hard tyre, so we're not trying to race the two in front of us at the minute, and anybody behind us you'll see as the race progresses. We're not going to fight too hard at this stage. It's not part of our strategy. We know we'll have to save fuel. We know we'll have to look, well, we don't really have to look after these tyres. The racing hard tyres are easy to nearly look after themselves. You see, we're not really defending too hard at the minute. The only thing we'd be worried about is getting pulled back into the midfield pack. We're going to try and progress and hope something happens behind us to make up a few gaps that we can fall back into then to just race our race. We don't want to get involved in fighting here at lap 1. As you see, Shane and Ryan have both cleared off into the distance. I'm playing around with the fuel maps. You'll see now how I like the fuel save. Now this BMW seemed to be pretty good. I don't know if it's the V8 engines. We'll look behind us. JJ's having a bit of a look on the inside. We'll leave the door open for him. As I said, we're not going to fight that too hard, but he doesn't manage to get it done. He actually ran a wee bit deep behind us, and he is now fighting with Fake Taxi. So this is what we want. We're going to try and nail these next few corners, make a bit of a gap, let them fight it out. SJP is just in behind him. That's Sean Penny. Hopefully the three of them can give me some breathing space and let me just race my race, and then as they come back into it on better tyres, they'll be in the mediums or the softs. I'll probably just let them go, but we'll see that as we move on. This is kind of the thing with picking a strategy like this. You want to maximise your times. Well, I'll have set target lap times, and how you go around setting this is going out in all your tyres, or your softs, your mediums and your hards, and you're seeing sort of what kind of a lap time you can get to. So I know I can do flat out probably high 32s, low 33s in the hards. I know on the mediums I can do low 32s, maybe the odd 31, and my best times on the softs were low 30s or low 31s and high 30s. So you then have to look at your pit loss, which here was about 45 seconds, 45 seconds, taking on a healthy amount of fuel and changing your tyres. As you can see, Fake Taxi's now pushed straight up behind me. We're not going to fight him, we're just going to take our lanes. So I was sort of thinking, if I can do the fuel save and still target 1 minute 34 lap times, I should be there or thereabouts come the end of this race. So we're just taking the line, we're leaving the door open. If Taxi wants to send one up the inside, he can. We've got the radar on here, we're waiting on it, so we'll see if he does or not. So if just taking a normal line, he can take that if he wants to kind of leave the door open for him. He can't get it done. As you can see, they're still fighting behind us. Coming to the final turn here, he's not going to look it, but he'll get a good run up the straight in my slipstream here. So we'll stick with this and stick with the replay camera, just show you the first few laps and how it kind of panned out for me, that I could work this strategy. As Taxi now moves to the inside, we're just going to look for our brake marker just before the 50 board, let him go, tuck in behind and get some free lap time off his soft tyres, picking up his slipstream now. We'll not stick with him through the infield, but this is free time now down the straight. Skip on now to lap 5. SJP is pretty close behind us, but we're still doing the fuel saving. Here we go, fuel map 2, and we're short shifting just as the revs come into the rev counter below us there. Jordan's now come up behind us. He's very, very close on the delta. Maybe not close enough to go for it. Put the radar on just in case. And again, aim of this, there's a 34.5. We're doing what we want to do, so we're just going to tuck in behind him again. Bit of free lap time and see if Calvin can drive up to the back of us. We're not going to fight this. I'm still, if you look at my timing sheet down the right hand side, we're still hitting our target lap times, and that's what you're aiming to do. And we'll find as the race goes on, my tyres will actually come back into it. So Jordan, I think Jordan was on the medium tyre, and he will, lap 6 he'll still have enough life in it. He should be able to pull away from me a little bit, but as the stint goes on, like they're hoping to get probably lap 12, 13, 14, that's when you're going to start seeing the 2 stoppers pitting. I should be gaining a little bit of time back as long as I can keep my pace up. And you'll see the value here of being in the slipstream. I was down on my best lap with 34.2, and I think I've maybe just caught the slipstream here. No, we'll advance to lap 7. We'll never know. So Calvin is very, very close behind, as you can see on the delta. He's right in the radar now. In front of us, Taxi gets out of shape. He's ghosted. I think we avoided him. Norway collected him on the way through. I don't know if Jordan could have done very much there. I mean, he didn't help Taxi's race, but Taxi seemed to be losing control in front of him. That's one of them ones Jordan didn't really have anywhere to go, I don't think. But that's a free place for absolutely nothing, just for driving a race, saving fuel. I say we're down to the fuel map 3. There's no point in being in 1 or 2 when we're this close in behind. Jordan getting a little bit loose coming into the right hander, and to the left we're our tyres are actually in very good shape here. Like, we're in fuel map 3 and we're staying with them. So this is it's definitely a positive to take. Shane and Ryan, they are on the start finish straight, or start finish curvy bit. So we've a lot to make up on that. Our race could be with them. We'll know more after our pit stop and after their second pit stops. But we're doing okay. Lap 8, hitting our target times. This will be a wee little bit slower, but had a bit of an incident in front of us. Still a 34 second, so we're still going well. You see at the end of the next lap, lap 9, he hasn't got away from us. So this is boding quite well for us. The medium tyres aren't quite living up, getting as far as they maybe hoped, and we haven't got sucked back into the pack behind us. We're just racing our own race, setting our lap times. I say that when you want to run a strategy like this, you have to set your target lap time, and I mean, the next part of the battle is actually trying to hit it, as we're now in the 35s, if we can pull that back. Kelvin behind us is in with the mediums, had Super V doing the hards, and Shabazz on the mediums as well. Our fuel is very, very good. We're on target. You can see here 6.7 laps. We're trying to get to lap 19, so we'll expect to see Jordan in front of us dive in maybe this lap or the next. Maybe Ryan and Shane, they may be past the pits. They'll not be pitting now. No, they're past. We'll stick it in the fuel map 3, save a bit more fuel, get a bit of slipstream. In he goes, and this'll tell the tale whenever we stop, if we can use Jordan as a reference. You pick up there, we are 10 seconds, 11 seconds to Shane and Ryan, so we're not actually too bad. We're not out of the race yet. They haven't gotten too far up the road in comparison to ourselves. As I say, the pit loss is about 40-45 seconds, so they have to stop twice. So we're going to spend 90 seconds not racing on the track, which we're going to spend hopefully half of that, and that's the advantage we're looking for of trying to deploy in our race. So we're actually gaining a bit of time on this lap, even though we're in fuel map 3. We're gaining some time back on Shane. We'll see if he pits. Their tyres are going to be fairly well worn, and our tyres are actually getting better. Our cars maybe just getting slightly faster. It just depends how much fuel I want to save. He dives in with 3%. Ryan stays out for the extra lap. Lap 16 then, this will be Ryan. We've pulled back a bit more time in Ryan, you can see as well. He dives in, he's saved a lot more fuel than what Shane was able to. And we're going to try and get to lap 19, and we're well on target here. So we advance round and we're going to take our pit stop. So full tank, and we're back to the track with a bit of a train in front of us. Hopefully nothing behind us. We'll get a good check of that when we come back out. And yeah, we have a really good gap there to Super V2. JJ has got back ahead of him. And we're just back on hitting our 34s. Do the exact same again and see where we are at the end of the race. Taxi now in the hard tyres. Soft tire. The soft tires, not RCZ, don't really work. Cafe Racer Shabazz is in, so this is going to give us a reference to Jordan. Let us know exactly what we lost, and it is 18 seconds as he goes into the pits. 20 seconds to Shane. So this is looking pretty good at the minute. Jordan dives into the pits. Our race isn't with him at this point now. I think that is done unless he can make the soft tire run for 11 laps. Beetle might, I don't know enough about the Beetle might be able to do it, but that'll be quite a charge to pull that time back. And we're going to lose the deltas and things here. I don't have any more time reference, but we know that last lap we had 20 seconds to Ryan and Shane. And Ryan's gone in with 20% fuel left compared to Shane's 5, so Ryan's done a better job there of saving the fuel. It's going to give him the opportunity to come out a good bit in front with 10 laps to go. And this is what the race is about. He's going to come out. We'll see what tyres he comes out on. Okay, he might make the softs last. If anyone will make softs last, it's going to be Ryan. And he comes out in the mediums, 71% fuel. And you can see there's our gap. Both of them leaving the pits. Shane's left the soft tyre, he's on the medium tyre. Shane could catch him back up and get involved in the race. That's what we're hoping for, because we just want to cruise around. So the gap was 20 seconds back to them. I remember that from the race. We come around onto lap 30 now, and there's a car leaving the pits in front of us. That is John Hardy, Apex Magnet. Now this is actually quite good for us. I'm not worried about him being a back marker, because he's a fast driver. He's on fresh tyres, but I'm trying to catch up to the back of him. I want him to pull me along, get me a few extra tenths, try and stretch out the gap. Any free time I can get, I'm going to take it here, because I'm the slower car. I'm still saving fuel, and I have a target amount of fuel that I want to have for the end of this race. I think I needed 8%. 8% got you a full lap, as we just make a mistake in behind John, trying too hard to keep up with him to get a free bit of slipstream, and it could be a costly error. Luckily the barrier was there, to be honest. That kind of pushed us back onto the track and kept our race alive. But we're going to go up across the line. I've given Ryan a free 3 seconds, 2 seconds easy. We'll find out who's across the line what that time was. We were doing consistent 34s, 35s. It's a 37 too. It's free time I'm handing out that I cannot afford. So get the lap 32. Just trying to keep it between the lines now. I've piled the pressure on myself, but it's important to get back in the zone, hit your markers. We're going to lap 33 now. I was saying, so I reckon about 8% fuel, and I'm trying to save that because no rain's coming, and I want to have enough for fight whenever he gets up to me, because he's done the fastest lap of 31.7. I know he's coming, but his tyres are going to wear off, as he's seen at the end of the first stint, and I'm hoping I'll have enough tyre then and enough fuel to fight in the last lap, because this win is on, and it's you're driving around, you're so nervous, waiting on the challenge. We're going to ride on board and watch. Ryan's just got his side of me going into the next corner. He's on the charge. I know he's on the charge. I'm trying to drive as well as I can. Still just trying to hit my lap times. I mean, you have to rely on the miles that you've done before the race. That my lap times will be good enough to live with making this one stop work. So as we come up the start finish straight to start lap number 36, 3 to go. We're just going to ride board with myself and Ryan, who is hunting us down. See how we get on, and we'll pick it up again closer to the end of the race. So here we go. The last 2 laps. His lights are all over my screen. I am trying to hold on at this point. His tires are going to be at a similar level to what, because he's pushing. He's obviously got the fastest lap. He'll be lapping a lot faster than I was, and he's Roswell Ryan, so no, he's the fastest player we have in our league. But his tires have to run out. They have to run out of grip, and they have to let me fight. Well, they don't have to let me fight. His tires don't have to do anything, but I have to hold on and believe my tires are going to be capable of doing something this last lap. As he gets an undercut and moves up late. Now, I wasn't expecting this. I thought he would try and make his move into the Senna S's, but we get a pretty good run. We're going to tuck into his slipstream to climb the hill here, and this was tragic. Look at this. A pixel. Was it even a pixel? His right tires crossed the white line, and he picks up a half a second penalty. Now we're gutted. I was really looking forward to the race, but we're going to hang it around the outside. compromised my exit, but we've compromised his as well, and we're going to pick up and get a good drive. I'm going to try and get this done on track in the last lap. He gives a bit of a rebound. I don't know if he's upset with himself or didn't like the move around the outside, or I'm not sure. I don't think it was anything to do with the move around the outside. I mean, it was a beautiful attempt. He is going to defend. He's going to try and, because he's going to want to, or hope that he can pull away in this lap. But I've got a number of tyres. Like, I'm trying to hold around the outside again. Show him my legs. We're holding with them pretty well. Our tyres, I'd say our tyres are actually at a fairly similar level. If maybe mine are just a little bit better. He gets a good exit, but we're still in the slipstream. We're going to look for a good exit off this and see what kind of run we can get out of the final turn. He nearly loses it, and he serves his penalty. We did actually get a very good one there. It would have been interesting running up the line, but at this point we know we'll have it done. And I'm going to take my first victory in the Group 3 100 mile series. I mean, it's a fine day. Fine day. So we'll just confirm the results there myself. Ran well deserved second. Probably deserved first, to be honest. Shane got his third place. We'll get a look at the championship standings, and we actually know where we are at this point. We're 6th. I'm not guessing this time, which is nice for a change. Super V2 is sitting top with Moore second. Both have used a joker so far, and Ryan in third. So 6th overall is pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that, considering we haven't used a joker yet, and the Lobby 2 results have kind of gone against Lobby 1, especially at Fuji with the wet weather. We had nearly all of Lobby 2 outpaced us, and we didn't score too well. But listen guys, thank you for stopping in, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, give us a wee like. If you haven't subbed, give us a wee sub. I'm not going to make next week at Daytona, but I will be back for round 5. See you then.